This is a problem that was posed in my math lab. There's a question about this, finding the length of a couple of guide wires connected to a tower. And I'm just going to sketch this to make it a little bigger to see. First of all, we start with this tower that measures 400 feet tall. And we have a guide wire here on the left side that goes up the half the length of the tower. It goes out 140 feet. And then we have a guide wire on the right side that's at the top of the tower. And it goes out 140 feet along this slanted part. Okay, so this length right here is 140. And this length of the whole tower is 400. And since this angle of the slope is 10 degrees and the tower is perpendicular with the ground level here, then this angle inside the triangle is 80 degrees. Now, when I see a triangle like this, in which two sides are given and the included angle, and we're asked to find this missing third side, I'm going to call this X out here. What comes to mind is side angle side. And that requires us to use the law of sines. And the law of sines says the third side, I'll jot it down over here, the third side, which is this x squared, equals one of those two sides, 400 squared, plus the other side, 140 squared, minus 2ab cosine c, so that's 2 times 400 times 140 times the cosine of the included angle. And the included angle here is 80 degrees. Now, I'd like to punch all this into my calculator, everything here on the right-hand side, make sure I'm in degree mode, and that equals x squared. So we found the square root of all that, the square root of everything over here on the right-hand side after we've added and multiplied and all that. Our final answer ends up being x equals 400, rounding off to the nearest tenth, 400.2 feet. So that's the length of this first guide wire. Now, the second part of this asked us to find the length of the other guide wire. And it's connected to the middle of the tower. So this connection here to the middle makes this length of the triangle to be 200. And this side here of the triangle is 140. And here we're finding the missing side of this triangle. I'm going to call this C. This triangle is a right triangle. So, I mean, I can still use the law of cosines, but when I look at that and I just see two sides of a right triangle and trying to find the missing third side, I'm thinking Pythagorean theorem. So I would solve that by saying 140 squared, one of the legs squared, plus the other leg squared, which is the 200, and that's going to give us our hypotenuse squared, which we labeled as C. And then here again, I'd square those two, add them together, take the square root. When we do all of that, our final answer is 244.1 feet. And that's the length of the third side of that triangle on the left. So now we've got the length of the two guide wires. I hope this is helpful.